The fashion trend from an elite stylist that has captured the attention of many in recent times is the trend. Fashion is a form of expression of the individual that can be seen by the clothes they wear. It is a trend that has been around for as long as anyone can remember, and it will never go away. Fashion trends are always changing and evolving with the times, reflecting not only what is fashionable, but also the shifting cultural norms of society. But it seems like some trends will never go out of style, despite the changing nature of society's tastes and preferences. These include details such as monochrome dressing and minimal jewelry. When wearing all black, it is also important to choose jewelry and other accessories that are simple. Fashion is a constantly evolving industry that has seen many trends come and go over the years. Clothing is often designed with various seasons in mind, in order to best suit the needs of its target market. Clothing designers and manufacturers must think of a variety of factors when designing their clothing line. The type of fabrics and stitching used, the color palette, the design style, and even the season can affect what clothing is selected for a line. It is important to take all these factors into consideration in order to be able to provide clothing that meets the needs of their target market. Throughout each season, what remains constant, however, is the notion that fashion is less about what you wear but rather about how you wear it. Marking one's position as an individual to wear produces meaning. In the article "And Quote, Margins Matter," and quote, author Marta Jacobson argues that wearing things like hats or scarves to mark one's position in society creates meaning. As such, people have worn these items for centuries to show their standings in the community. The article also explores how marking one's position means something different depending on where they live, as well as the different ways people have marked their positions throughout the fashion industry, a multi-billion-dollar global enterprise devoted to the business of making and selling clothes. Some observers distinguish between the fashion industry, which makes high fashion, and the apparel industry, which makes ordinary clothes or mass fashion, but by the 1970s the boundaries between them had blurred. Fashion is best defined simply as the style or styles of clothing and accessories worn at any given time by groups of people. There may appear to be differences between the expensive designer fashions shown on the runways of Paris or New York and the mass-produced sportswear and street styles sold in malls and markets around the world. Designers draw inspiration from a wide range of sources, including film and television, costumes, street styles, and active sportswear. For most designers, traditional design methods, such as doing sketches on paper and draping fabric on mannequins, have been supplemented or replaced by computer-assisted design techniques. Only a minuscule number of designers and manufacturers produce innovative high-fashion apparel. An even smaller number, mostly in Paris, produce haute couture. Fashion designers and manufacturers promote their clothes not only to retailers, such as fashion buyers, but also to the media, fashion journalists, and directly to customers. Already in the late 19th century, Paris couture houses began to offer their clients private viewings of the latest fashions. Most people in the world today wear what can be described as world fashion, a simplified and very low-cost version of Western clothing, often a t-shirt with pants or a skirt, manufactured on a mass scale. The fashion industry consists of 4 levels: the production of raw materials, principally fibers and textiles but also leather, and 4. The production of fashion goods by designers, manufacturers, contractors, and others. Retail, sales, and various forms of advertising and promotion. These levels consist of many separate but interdependent sectors, all of which are devoted to the goal of satisfying consumer demand for apparel under conditions that enable participants in the industry to operate at a profit. The fashion industry thrives by being diverse and flexible enough to gratify any consumer's desire to embrace or even reject fashionability, however that term might be defined.